Let's play a little bit of Zelda. It's been a bit. It's probably been about a week since the last episode of Zelda Twilight Princess. Which means I have no idea where we are. I forgot again. God, maybe I need to take these calming gummies more often, because I'm a lot more mellowed out than I usually am. I'm not like yelling. I'm still laughing a lot, which is honestly, I don't know if this is a big problem. But a lot of people have always said that I laugh too much. And I get really self-conscious whenever I laugh. It's really bad. It's like, it's a really negative thing to have. It's a really negative thing to be self-conscious about. Because laughter is enjoying life. And laughter is typically a very happy thing. But when I was younger, you know, people would like get mad at me for laughing. I don't know why this is coming out immediately, the admissions of like bullying. But yeah, people didn't like the way I laughed. So I adjusted it whenever I was younger. And maybe that's why it sounds a little stiff sometimes. I don't know. But you know, I like laughing. And it sucks to be like constantly aware. It sucks to be constantly aware of the fact that I am enjoying myself and worried about the fact that I might be putting other people down by being happy. That's such a depressing topic. I did not mean to get on like such a depressing topic immediately. I apologize. That's my bad. But you know, it's just what I remember. It's just how things have been. Things sucks. I hate it. And I wish I could grow from that. I wish I could get better. Meikou, you came back alive. Talk about great news. Listen, please tell me you know something about the little tykes. I do, actually. I saved them in Kakariko. Huh? They're in Kakariko? Boy, that's a fine fix. We're gonna have to tell the mayor about that right away. We sure are. I'm gonna go tell him right now. Don't worry about it. I swear, one of my friends cackles when he laughs. Yeah, mine used to be pretty bad. And then I adjusted it for a wider audience, we'll say. Whoa! It is you, Meikou! You're safe and sound! Your clothes? What happened to you, lad? I don't remember what voice I gave this guy. Come quick! Inside! Probably like a hick. Probably like a very southern type. I see. So the young'uns are in Kakariko Village. Well, that's good. Renato's an old friend. If they're in his care, then we can relax. So don't keep me waiting, lad. Tell me of my little girl. Ilia's with the rest of them, right? Yes. No. Wait, no. She's not. Ilia's gone. Oh my gosh, she is gone. Oh. I see. That ain't what I wanted to hear. But, Meikou, I guess I need to think of all 5 of those poor kids, not just my own. They're all in danger. Chat, give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna take a look at something. Okay, YouTube was freaking me out because I saw a gray screen as the, on the YouTube side, and I could have sworn something was fucked up, but no, we're good. Okay, cool. What I should be asking is how I can help out. Did you see the all dungeons run of this game today? Is AGDQ going on or something? Because I don't watch AGDQ. The only times I've ever watched AGDQ are whenever somebody else had it on the TV, And then they were like, dude, check out this sick run. And then I see like 10 to 15 minutes of it, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. What's that now? The Goron's at Death Mountain? I see. So, Renato told you that. Sorry, I just happened to drop my gray screen here by accident. Chat member, pick it up. It was a 3-hour run. Pretty good. That doesn't answer my question, but good. Nice to hear. Well, it's true. I did defeat the Gorons in a contest of strength and earn their trust with the help of a little secret. I can teach you the secret, but you can... But can you promise me that absolutely, positively, you will not disclose it to anyone? I already know what it is. It's Iron Boots. I know what this is. Good. Alrighty then. Absolutely no one. You cheated. You cheated. Meikou, you heard of sumo wrestling, right? Gorons like to match strength in sumo contests. Luckily for you, the basics of sumo are the same as stomping charging goats. You want to hear more? Yes. Alrighty then, I'll teach you the basics of the ways of sumo. If you're getting in a sumo match, chances are you're in an arena like this. The first fella to push his foe outside the arena wins. Step forward and grab your foe with A. Use B to let a retreating foe taste your open palm. Sidestep a foe's advance with left and right. 3 techniques, all of them pretty basic. Master all 3 and you'll be shoving folks out of the arena in no time, lad. So there you go, the basics of sumo. Need to hear them again? No. Rather than explain a lot, why don't we just get to it? Come into the ring, lad. So, guys, I think these gummies fixed me. These, like, relaxing gummies. I feel normal. For once. I don't know what it is. I'm not, like, frantic for once. I think I just need to chill the fuck out. Yes, AGDQ is this week. Tomorrow there's a Galaxy Luigi run around 4 p.m. plus an OOT Majora race. That explains where a lot of the chat members are today. AGDQ is a huge event. Ooh! Hey! Calm. Ooh! No. I will not lose to you. I will not lose to you. Not happening, buddy. Get smacked. Yeah, get reversed. Yeah. Oh, fuck. No! Fuck you. Fuck you, big guy. Well, prepare to get smashed. Palm. Hit him. There you go. That's how you fucking do it. That's how you do it. It was beautiful. You seem to understand the basics. Alrighty. Next time, I won't go so easy on you. Fight me as if you were fighting one of the Gorons. Will do. I can achieve this. I mean, I just was. I was giving you kind of like all I had. Oh, my daddy! Oh, shit. Huh. Whoa! We both smacked each other in the face. Alright. Alright, nerd. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I backed myself into a corner. Smack. Hey. Mash. Sidestep. Smash. Sidestep. Smack. Mash. You're fucked. Beautiful. Beautiful. Dude, I want to look like Link. Look at him. Dude is toned. I love that. Whoa! Not too shabby, lad. With your natural talent, I'm sure you can take on the Gorons. You've gotten a sight stronger in the short time you've been gone, Meikou. Strong as you are, though, you can't hope to beat the Gorons wrestling with power alone. Those Gorons are made of rock. Nah, the secret to beating the Gorons is locked away in that chest. Take it with you, lad. Iron boots, iron boots, iron boots, iron boots. Iron boots, iron boots, iron boots. You got the iron boots. Wear these, and you'll become so heavy, Not even a Goron will be able to move you. You can probably tell. Those boots are made of iron, lad. Whoever wears them won't be easily pushed around, even by a Goron. If you're fixing to fight a Goron, be sure to wear those boots. Let's be square, though, lad. You can't ever tell anyone about those boots. Especially Renato. Boots. Boots. How boot? Boot. Damn, we have a lot of items. Jesus Christ, I did not notice we got so many items. Well, chat, what have you been up to lately? I hope you've been doing good. What are these? Got secret sumo paintings. Yes, these are baby pictures. Pictures of when I was just a lad. But now you're the lad. Was it a drinking fountain? That's a table. That's a table. I do... do we ever get to go back in this house? Does he lock it? Look at that big-ass comb. Holy... What are you combing? Let's be honest. You don't have any hair. Do you have a wife? Maybe his mustache. I always thought that his mustache were horns. Kiss me. Charge me, doctor. Jawohl. Get behind me, doctor. I'm okay. Not great, but okay. Yeah, I figured. Exel. I hope you do better soon, man. It's... I'm not gonna mention what's going on, but it's a shame. It is. We had our talk the other day. Items in this game are really cool. I like them a lot. Fun fact about the iron boots that you may not know. If you wear the iron boots in the final battle with Ganondorf and then defeat him, you are seen in the final cutscene with your iron boots on, and Link moves at full speed. Where do we go from here? I guess... Let's consult... Midna. The dark power is in the sacred land of the proud mountain people. At least I think that's what the spirit said. Oh wait, we have... I'm a fucking idiot. We have mountain boots. That's not what they're called. We have iron boots. So now I'm able to go and fucking defeat the Gorons. I need some water. I'm like dying over here. Oh my god. I haven't had enough fluids today. Oh. But yeah, today, I've just kind of trying to like relax. Trying to work on a couple different things. Some of you probably saw that I re-uploaded the YouTube upload from this week, as well as the shorts that I uploaded yesterday. And the reason why, first off, I don't know why YouTube did this, but they... Hold on, where do I go? Is it this way? It's this way, right? First off, YouTube on the shorts section yesterday just did not promote my short at all for some reason. And then I re-uploaded it, and it did fine. So I've no idea why it did that. YouTube is so strange with what they do and don't want to promote at times. And then I was also testing something because I don't believe anyone's word. I don't believe anyone's word at face value. And a lot of people were like, oh, you should never click the publish to your subscribers box whenever you're uploading shit. My question is, why? Why? Because then that doesn't put any of my videos in a subscribers box for people. And then the people who actually want to see my shit don't see it. So it's very annoying. But apparently that doesn't work, and I did a little bit of testing with it. And yeah, it seems like it really actually doesn't fucking work whenever you check that box. You have to have it unchecked, or else your video just dies. Instantly. Doesn't matter how much you worked on it, it just dies. And I'm like, wow, that's... YouTube is awesome. What a lovely company to have hosting all of my shit. God, YouTube sucks. Yeah, I agree. We are in firm agreement on that one. And the worst part is, no one is, I don't think anyone's really able to make a competitor that is worth anything. Even if there was competitors, which there are, typically, they're not very good. Hi, YouTube chat. Welcome. You know, this is precisely what I'm getting at. You know, it's... You could work your ass off on a video that has a ton of effort put into it. But if somebody is not hooked within the first 15 seconds and they click off, YouTube sees that as, this video is dog shit. And then they never promote it to anyone again. And it's literally the most annoying shit ever. Please let Colin die. Is that an option? I don't know if I get that kind of freedom in this game. Child stolen. And thus, the story thickens. The plot thickens like a bowl of oatmeal. Is this the... Don't tell me this is the part. Yeah, I think I have to horseback battle with these guys. I can't remember if this was hard or not. Holy shit, they work fast! You tied him up there in an instant. Literally less than 30 seconds, man. That was awesome. That literally... insane. I don't know why this game gives me, like, Flash game vibes. Is that normal? Why does this game make me feel like I'm playing something on Newgrounds in, like, the best way possible? Fuck you. Maybe it's because there was a lot of, like, Zelda content on Newgrounds back in the day. Oh, there was definitely a Newgrounds game for this part? Really? I feel like there had to have been, right? If you want characters to die in the story, you should read more of the manga instead. I need to read the manga. I know. I have the first issue of the manga. I might have the second one sitting around somewhere. I'll have to check my bookshelf later, but I'd like to get the whole series at some point. I have the entire Ocarina of Time series, and I might have 4 swords sitting around. I don't know off the top of my head. I have a lot of physical media, and I'm very thankful for that. I've been accumulating a lot of it over the past couple of years. Oh, this is fucking awesome. Get your armor back on already? Ooh. The showdown. Alright, guy. This is the brawl stage. Alright, Epona. I mean, Noir. Huh. Right. Your name is Noir. Hey, you need to turn around. Horse. I can hear him getting close to us. You need to turn around. Holy shit! How do you quick turn on the horse? Oh my god. That's awesome. I think the only manga I have is the Majora one. I would love to read the Majora one. I didn't even know there was a Majora one, I'm gonna be honest. The fact that there are any adaptations of Nintendo stuff is very pleasing to me. Holy fuck. That's a cool shot. That's like a thumbnail shot right there. I bet you YouTube will auto-pick that as the thumbnail. I'm not going to use the auto-thumbnail like I never do, but... Meikou. Is everyone okay? Good. Beth. I'm sorry. You know, for shoving you. Are you mad? I think I finally understand. I understand what my dad meant when he told me I needed to get stronger. Like you, Meikou. Fucking dramatic-ass kid. He wasn't talking about strength, like lifting stuff. He was talking about being brave. Meikou, you saved me, didn't you? Yes. 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 You can do anything. I don't know about that. You can do something to help the Gorons in the mine too, can't you, Meikou? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Is this the most realistic depiction of Zelda that we've gotten so far? Like from a graphic standpoint? 'Cause it's a little less stylized. Like, I don't know. The humans look a little more... I was gonna say they look more real, but then I looked at the kid's face with the massive fucking forehead. Alright. On to Death Mountain. Definitely not inspired by Mount Doom. I don't even think I really need Epona right now. Oh no, you're fucking kidding me. Malomart is this early in the game? No fucking shot. What? Oh. Oh. I was really hoping for the Malomart music. Hello? Oh. You down there, Pipsqueak. Hey. You can look at stuff, but don't you dare just take things. That's my valuable merchandise. You want it? You pay for it. I decided to take on this unmanned shop. Buy something. It helps the whole village when you do. Wooden shield, huh? Would this be better than the Ordon shield? This would definitely be better than the Ordon shield. I see. I suppose I can part with it. Wow. So wait, that's the Hylian shield. This is how you get the Hylian shield in this game? What? Oh, I guess the wooden shield is meant as a replacement for the Ordon shield if it burns up. Wait. So if I let the Ordon shield burn up, is it gone forever? Is that the only one you get? Surely that's... Really? I could probably go for a red potion, too. Bring an empty bottle. Oh. Maybe I can't become a hero, but I figure I can help people out with heroic business deals. You'd better work hard, too. Can I drink lantern oil? I guess I don't really need red potion. How do I change to the Hylian shield? Oh, there it is. Okay, so yeah, this is the only slot for a wooden shield. So I feel like if this burns up, it's over. Ooh. Youth's scent. Excuse me? Most realistic is Link Faces of Evil. Morshu is the pinnacle of male physique. You know, you're not wrong, chat member. I think you are onto something there. I think you're definitely onto something. Morshu is he's a god amongst men. He's got a beautiful, beautiful chiseled chin. I can't believe Colin... I mean, that was really brave for him to do, huh? Especially since he's such a weakling. He is gonna be alright, right? Yeah, probably. And Mallow, he hasn't even come by to say get well soon. What's he thinking? He said he was gonna get started, and he hasn't come out of that closed-up shop since. How about you fucking walk in there and look at what he's doing? Meikou, could you talk some sense into that kid? No, he's smart. He's a reputable businessman, and I'm not going to take that away from him. If he wants to be an impressive salesman, then I'm going to let him live, you know? That's his prerogative, and my prerogative is to buy that shit. What is that? What is this place? Richer. Oh, this is the one area. There's not a secret down here, is there? We were down here with Wolf Link, correct? I don't remember what the fuck this is. Yeah, I don't remember what this is at all. Do I need to move this somehow? No. I don't know. I do not know. But I will keep moving. Oh, the big yawn has come to me. Alright, well, I'm gonna assume that we don't need to be here right now. We probably just need to go up the mountain. Since we have the boots. The boots that can take care of the Gorons. Can this heal us? This is technically a spring. Yes. See, I didn't need the red potion at all. And I probably won't need it regardless, because I have a fairy. And we're just that good. Also, something I learned about this game, some people might not know about this, but you can slash while you are sidestepping in this game. This game probably has, like, the most versatile moveset for Link in a 3D space that I've ever seen. Like, more so than Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild has a lot of variation in, like, the stuff that you can do by using different ruins and, like, experimenting with physics. But from a moveset standpoint, I think this game might have every other Zelda beat. Which is really interesting to me. You can do that, like, rolling stab that a lot of people don't know about. Alright, time to fucking own this chump. Oh, you're back again, human. You'll never pass. You cannot hope to match our brute force. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Come here, bud. Come here, you chump. Yeah! That's satisfying. That's very satisfying. No wonder people love these types of games and like Metro. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Metroid so much. Just because, like, it's so satisfying, the gameplay loop of, like, wow, thanks. Of, like, going back to places that you've been before and then being able to overcome them somehow. Wind Waker might have more since it has Hurricane Spin, above, behind counter, and finisher moves. True. True, I didn't even consider the counters in Wind Waker. That's true. From a 2D Zelda standpoint, what do you think would have the most? The most variation in, like, stuff that you can do? Player creativity. I guess that would be the newest one, huh? The new, like, Zelda with, like, where you play as Zelda? Minish Cap? Okay, are you sure, or do you just really like Toon Link? You can also get the extra techniques and also do that sword sheath taunt after killing someone with a finisher. That's cool. No, he's got tons of moves, even a roll strike. Yeah, the roll strike came from Minish Cap. Oh shit, I guess I have to get these guys with a hawk. Good job, Hawk. I've never finished Minish Cap, but I really should have. I had it when I was younger. I had it on Game Boy. And I played... that was the first thing I think I ever bought on eBay. Was a copy of the Minish Cap. I remember when I was a kid, I really wanted to play two games. I wanted to play the Zelda Minish Cap, and then I also wanted to play Pokemon Emerald a lot. And I remember watching videos of people emulating it. And I had no idea how to emulate shit back then. So I was like, oh man, I can't play these games. I don't know how to play these games. So I didn't emulate them. I did the correct thing, and I contacted my parents. And I said, hello, mother. Hello, father. Could I please inquire about getting Zelda Minish Cap on the Game Boy Advance, and perhaps a copy of Pokemon Emerald for the Game Boy Advance? And I remember Emerald was like a birthday gift. That was like either a birthday gift or a Christmas gift. I can't remember which specifically, but it was a gift of some sort. And that, hey, that is not cool, dude. And then specifically Minish Cap, I went out of my way to save up whatever money I could as a kid. Why can't I hit this guy? Do I need to, like, boomerang him or, like, slingshot him? Oh yeah, that worked. That's working way better than the hawk. Where's the other guy? There was a third. Oh, there he is. There he is. Yeah, who needs the hawks when you could just smack them with the little pellets? I thought that was like a gossip stone. Do you still have your Game Boy Advance? Luckily, my Game Boy Advance and my entire Game Boy Advance collection is one thing. It is one of like two things that did not burn up in the great melting of all of my shit from when I was a kid. Whenever we had a garage fire and all of my shit burned up, that was one of the only things that actually survived because it was not in the garage. It was in the house. So I kept my Game Boy. I don't have it personally. My dad has it. And I let him keep it because he loves Tetris and he really likes playing like racing games. And he's got a lot of like racing games and he's got a lot of Tetris. I say he's got a lot of Tetris. He has Tetris Ultimate on Game Boy Advance. Or is it Tetris World? I think it's Tetris World. But he loves Tetris. So I've never asked for that Game Boy back. I've basically just been like, yeah, you can keep that, Dad. It's fine. If I need another Game Boy, I can find another Game Boy. Oh my god. But it's cool. It's cool that my old Game Boy is still around. And I'm sure that, you know, one day it'll be back in my possession again. It's just gonna be kind of far off. It was just fine. Whoa, this looks dangerous. Is this the traditional Death Mountain welcome? Yeah, this does look pretty fucking dangerous. I wanted to go talk to one of these Gorons. Okay, they're not very talkative. They're not very talkative. They want to beat my ass. I need to be a wolf. I feel like I can't really traverse here. Maybe here? The other thing that survived the Great Fire. The other thing that survived was my PS2. My PS2 and the entire library of PS1 and PS2 games, which we had a lot of PS1 and PS2 games. I've talked about this before on stream, but the PS1 and the PS2 might have been the consoles that I had the most games ever for, aside from Steam now. You know, I have over 1,000 games on Steam, but like that's accumulated over like 16 years. Plus, like, Humble Bundles and, like, you know, all sorts of bundles. What do I do here? Second fused shadow must be somewhere here on Death Mountain. This is just one big pile of rocks. I don't know where we'll find it, so we'll just have to do a thorough search. Okay, asshole. Oh! Oh, I need to take the iron boots off. Whoa! That's really cool. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I gotta get used to this. Holy shit. I did not think I could stand up here. This is cool. But no, I probably had the most games on the PS2 and the PS1. I want to say combined PS1 and PS2 library, we're probably looking at like I want to say like 60 games. We had a fuck ton of games on the PS1 and PS2. Plus we had demo discs because my dad subscribed to PlayStation Magazine. Because this is a strange story. This is a really strange story. But whenever I was a young boy, my dad and I lived in this house that I barely remember. There's a reason I barely remember it, because we moved out of it promptly after being asked by a large corporation, which I will not name, to buy our house. There was a large food chain corporation that decided to buy our house because we were so close to a business area, like a business district. We were right on the corner of like a residential and a business area. And yeah, they ended up... This guy's an asshole. They ended up making an offer for the house. My dad accepted. And he ended up coming into a lot of money early on in his life. I'm talking maybe he was like 22, 23 when this happened. And I would have been literally like 1. And yeah, no, he spent a lot of that money on what I would assume is bullshit. Quite a lot of it was on bullshit. Because we had a lot of video games during the PS1 and the PS2 era. And again, I'm very thankful for that. That's like the most games that I had. And that was awesome for a kid. Is this young one such an imposing enemy that you must all gang up on him? I think not, little brothers. I am a Goron elder, little human. I am called Koron. I just realized my model's been off this whole time. That's my bad. Get used to it, man. It happens. It happens. Because of certain circumstances, I must lead the Goron tribe in place of Darbus, our tribal patriarch. I'll continue the story after we get this exposition. Tell me, little human, do you come from the village below? You have done well to come this far. You are strong for a human. However, the mines beyond here are sacred to my tribe. Outsiders are not allowed. Unless... I could make an exception. But you would have to beat me in a contest of power. Are you willing to try that, little human? Yes. Goron nipples were a mistake? No. You telling me you don't want to think about a Goron baby drinking Goron milk out of those? You think they produce? And do you think it's gravelly? Anyways. Silty milk. Oh. This costs 10. Oh! Your body is skinny, brother, and so you are too light. You do not stand a chance. Try again later, brother. I will. Ah? What is it? Do you want to try again, little human? Yes. You think you're tough, do you? Let us find out. This is a cool section of the game. I like this. Go, 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 go! Smack! Go, go, go! Yeah! Woo! Quick defeat. Young warrior, you have a strong will. and sharp eyes. Fine traits. Want to see how well you can use them? You have seen it, I would bet. The mountain, erupting without pause. When the mountain began to rage, all 4 of us elders and Darbus, our patriarch, went inside to investigate its anger. We have a treasure that was entrusted to us by the spirits, and we must protect it. Do you understand? But the moment Darbus reached out and touched the treasure, everything went wrong. He collapsed, and before our very eyes transformed into an unspeakable monster. You ever seen something with 37 nipples protruding from its abdomen? It's disgusting. He began to rage through the mines, trailing ruin behind him, and the eruptions grew more frequent and more severe. We used all of our strength to seal him deep inside the mountain. It grieved us to do this to our patriarch, but we had no other course of action. I ask this favor of you, young warrior. Go to the aid of Darbus. Make no mistake, the spirits have guided you here. I, Gorkoron, need your help. On behalf of my entire clan, I ask you for your aid. And Gondor will answer. You too! Let the young warrior pass. The mines are full of traps, all placed to protect the treasure from the thieves. And worse than traps, since the eruptions began, foul creatures of all shapes have settled into every corner of the mines. Getting to the Patriarch's location will not be easy. I would prepare your blade, young warrior. Focus, L. Those mines are dangerous, L. Keep a keen eye out. Focus, L. Thanks, Z. Wow. Another dungeon already. Whew. And this one's hot. This one's hot, hot, hot! We need the fire tunic. Maybe we don't, but I don't know. But yeah, chat, that's really all I guess all I was trying to say there was that the only things I own from my childhood anymore, unfortunately, are really common. You know, I don't really have anything unique from when I was a kid still kicking around. Just the PlayStation 2 and just the Game Boy. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's, wow, cool. Epic. Wow, that was drawn out. It's nothing bad. I'm glad to have such, you know, nice things, and I was happy to have them back then, too. You know, I actually had so many PS2 games and so many PS1 games that I entirely skipped out on the PS3 generation. I didn't have one back then. My dad was like, "Don't you have enough things on the PS2?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess so." And we ended up getting a Wii instead. And, you know, honestly, not bad. Not bad at all. I loved my Wii. Now, the Wii was not so lucky to make it. The Wii burned up. The Wii burned up. I don't have that anymore. The Wii that I currently have is one that I bought off of a guy on eBay. And by the way, best fucking Wii that I think I've ever bought. Because the guy who sold it... Hold on, I gotta focus on something in chat. The guy who I sold it to, or who sold it to me, he barely ever used the thing. Ow. His family maybe used the Wii, maybe like for 2 months at the beginning of its life cycle. And then they never used it again. They put it away somewhere. And the guy messaged me, because I asked about it after I bought it. I was like, hey, how often did you guys use this Wii? Because I looked at the activity feed, and it says you guys only used it for, like, 2 months. And he was like, yeah, we just got it for Wii Sports and, like, Just Dance. And we never used it again, really. And I was like, oh, that's actually so awesome, because I have a Wii that's, like, gently used, and it was only, like, $40. Genuinely, what a steal. Having a bunch of PS1 and PS2 games is awesome, though. Do you have any favorites? Ah, man, it's hard to pick. It's hard to pick just one. But I will say, you know, one of my favorites that I do recall is Frogger on the PS1. Frogger on the PS1 was awesome. That was one of my favorite games on the PS1. I also had Stuart Little on the PS1, which I loved dearly because that game... I love a good game where you're a little guy in a big house. It's the same reason I love Twisted Metal Small Brawl so much, which was another game I played on the PS1 a ton. Twisted Metal in general, I was a big fan of when I was a kid. And I would love to go back and play those games. Those were games that I spent a lot of time in. I have memories. Is it Amelia Bedelia? Is that the show with the little French girl? Let me just... What is the show? There's a show. No, it's not Amelia Bedelia. There is a show. It's an old cartoon with a little French girl who's at like a boarding school with a bunch of other little French girls, and they're being watched by like a headmaster. And they go on little journeys. What the fuck is this show called? What am I thinking of? The reason that I'm bringing this up is because I remember watching that show specifically, and then I went and played a Twisted Metal game on the PS1 that had like a Paris level, and I just made the connection that those were the same two places, and I would always refer to that level as that show's name, the game. And I don't remember the name of that show at all. But I do remember the name of another show that I watched around the time. I think it's called Roly Poly Oly, which was a show about a little roly-poly kid, and he looked more like a robot to me. But I don't know. I'm just kind of remembering my childhood now because people are asking. Roly Poly Oly. Fuck, I haven't thought about that in, like, such a long amount of time. This is cool. This is a really cool, dungeon so far. But chat is saying this is a banger dungeon, and it probably gets better. Quite unbelievable. Reminds me of the thing I said the other day. I was testing my microphone, and I ended up making fun of Lord of the Rings in the process, because I've been watching Lord of the Rings recently. I've been watching the extended cuts back. Great movies. Literally some of my favorite pieces of media, if not my favorites. And it's that part where Gandalf is like putting the ring into the fire inside of the house, and then he's like, Frodo, hold out your hand. And he puts the ring in his hand, and it's like he says, oh, don't worry, it's quite cool to the touch. And then Frodo opens his hand and is like, poof, the ring falls into his hand, and he just goes, ah! Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's the oldest trick in the book. Fuck you. I was messing with my mic the other day, and that little, like, bit came out. I probably have it recorded somewhere. Okay, Link. Cool. Yep, we're just gonna keep doing this now. No, but some other PS1 favorites. Let me think. There were a lot. Final Fantasy VII's up there. I've talked about that before. I love Final Fantasy VII dearly. That's one of my favorite games ever, just in general. The classic Final Fantasy VII. I'm not saying that the remake was bad. It wasn't. I loved the remake. However, I don't love Rebirth. And there's... It's just... I don't know. The game opens up so much. Rebirth opens up so much that I feel as if I need to sit down and focus on only that game to be able to finish it. And also, I just like... It's just like a lot to pay attention to. I've always been a fan of smaller, shorter games with, like, small maps. And unfortunately, I live in an era where, you know, most games that come out nowadays, AAA games at least, are these sprawling, huge fucking worlds that have 80 to 90 hours of content in them. And it's far too much for me. It's far too much for me. Focusing on an RPG is already one thing. But, like, focusing on an entire open world with, like, 80 things to do in the open world, and then there's, you know, a million side quests. I could never play Skyrim for this reason. I could also never play Skyrim just because, hot take, but Skyrim is incredibly boring without mods. It is incredibly basic, and it's like the same 7 quests over and over again. When you play that game with mods, it's great. You know, the fans have really turned Skyrim into something special. But here's the other hot take. I think Oblivion is a better game than Skyrim. I think Oblivion is so much more enjoyable than Skyrim just because of how janky it is. I think it's so much more enjoyable just seeing how things interact with each other in that game. I don't give a shit about the lore of Morrowind or Skyrim or Oblivion, but damn, do they make for really entertaining games to watch and play. Skyrim less so, because the fighting system of Skyrim, I feel, boils down to... This is such a hot take. People are gonna shit on me for this. But, like, Skyrim... The combat in Skyrim, hand-to-hand at least, like melee combat, I feel like it just boils down to a slapping contest. There's not really much else you can do in terms of variation in fighting, unless you use magic, which, you know, is kind of necessary to do a whole lot of things in Skyrim. And then there's the obligatory stealth archer build that, like, all of humanity ends up using because it's very useful. And it's, like, super, super powerful. I think all the dungeons in this game are pretty sick. I'm excited to see you play the later ones. Well, cool. I'm glad somebody's excited. Oh, this is closing. Oh. But yeah. God, what was I talking about before I shat on Skyrim for 5 minutes? I swear there was something in there. Oh yeah, favorite PS1 games, PS2 games. guess I need to swim? No. Oh my god, I have iron boots. Holy shit. Whoa, this is awesome. What the Mario Galaxy? Dude, this is awesome. Is there anywhere else I can go in here right now? I guess not. I guess I gotta come back to this room later. This is so cool. What the fuck are you doing here, little guy? I love him.
Ah! I thought I felt a presence, but what a surprise to find a young human. Word has come to me of you, and if Gorkoron has faith in you, then your heart must be true. I am one of the 4 Goron elders. Goromoto is my name. You are a heroic young human. Please, you must lend this tribe your power.
A key shard. Need all 3 key shards to return the big key to its original shape. Ah.
That is one of the key shards that, when merged together, form the key to the room where Darbus is being held. He is our patriarch. The key is split into 3 pieces. Ah! Each of us elders keeps a piece. You must hurry to the other elders.
Okay, you don't want to challenge me in combat? I think it'd be pretty funny to, like, punt you across the room. Cool. Dungeon map. And a little bitty chesty chest. Huh. I wonder what happened. Because Gorons used to be all about, like, sumo wrestling, and then they just never did that again. Seems like it was kind of a one-off thing. Like, they just kind of got tired of it at some point. I thought it would be cool to wrestle Gorons in Breath of the Wild, but, you know, they're actually pretty nice in Breath of the Wild. What a thrill. Oh, no.
Phew! Free at last! Gracious, you're that nice fellow who helped me out the other day. How nice to see you again. Well, now that we found each other again, let's stick together for a bit. I'll be right with you, so if you want to warp out, just let me know.
You've reunited with Uko. Oko? This kind of character will let you out of the dungeon and return to where you were. Set her and call her, yes. That one said call her with X or Y. I remember the dialogue that said use her with X or Y or Z. You cannot gaslight me. Meikou, the ungaslightable. Very appropriate voice for Oko. Yeah, it's a little fucked up. it was pretty bad. Alright, I think we gotta whoop. Oh wow, this is really slow gameplay. Yeah. I guess I would be walking slow too if I were on literally a 90-degree incline. Okay, there was 2 paths here. So did people ever goon to Uko? Well, chat member, you could definitely figure that out by looking that up on, like, Rule 34. Not saying you should. Not saying it's appropriate. But, you know, it is an option. And you have free will. I'm 100% sure somebody has made something. Somebody has They have to have made something in regards to Uku. The rule is, if it exists, you know? If it exists. We got a piece of heart. Holy shit. Haven't seen one of those in a little while. Do I just jump down here? Bad idea. Really bad idea. Wait, I think this is the room. Hold on, let me get a lay of the land here. Is this not the room I was just in, but like the upper half of it? I'm not sure. I am gonna try this way, because it looks like on the map there's a door this way. No, there's a lot of fucked up stuff on the internet, man. I'm sure somebody has milked Uku on the internet. Now, some of you might wince at that information. Some of you might be like, that's disgusting, Meikou. Well, get used to it. If bird, why have memories? That's what I'm saying. Whoa, this is odd. Here's a cursed fact for you. Did you know that baby birds, as soon as they are fed, they shit immediately? Again, some of you are going to wince at that fact. I think you're just weak. There's a reason they do that. And it is because the mother of the birds needs to get rid of the waste as soon as possible. Because the waste obviously creates a smell. And if they get rid of it as soon as possible, it's less likely that predators will descend upon their nest and destroy them. Wake up, buddy. So do I? You shit yourself right after you eat? That's impressive. Would you show me? I'd be right happy to. This is a cool system. I like this dungeon so far. This is a lot more engaging than the Forest Temple was. I mean, the Forest Temple was also really good. But this is just like elevating this even more. Chat member might be a bird in disguise. I have a lot of furries that follow me. It's possible. Except for the fact that I know who this chat member is in real life. And I don't think they would... I mean, they do have a... They do have an OC that's a bird. I don't know. I mean, it happened after having too much monk fruit sweetener, but also after the bad whipped cream. You dragged me under with the bad whipped cream, and I will not forgive you for this. But it makes for a very funny story. it makes for an exceedingly funny story. Look, guys, it's Tektites. Tektites. Wow. Oh my fucking god. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. Excuse me, Tektites. I hope you don't mind. Wow, they're just following me at the bottom. Oh boy. Come here. I have many times eaten a thing I probably shouldn't have, like moldy Pop-Tart. Chat member, this explains so much about you. Key. You got the key. I like how you could hear the leftover reverb from like the last time I streamed into this thing. Like this. And then if I cut it off immediately, and then if I do it again. That's very fun. Oh boy. Grab with R. Yes. Wait. Come up here. And then we're in box heaven. Box heaven. Oh, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Hello. Thank you so much. I know that face. I know that face anywhere. That's another Twitch streamer that I like. Hell yeah, it's interesting to me. Wait a second. I want to see if I need that heart. Gotta get that heart. Whoa! Spin was awesome. How do I... Okay, Jesus Christ. This is getting me like, not vertigo, but like... What is it when you get like... It's like... What do you call it when you get... You get all mixed up. You get your head spun. You get your... What am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say... I'm getting disoriented. That's the word. That's the word. Clip it. Hate the raid and run, but I gotta eat and sleep. Have a fantastic night. I do that with literally every raid that I ever do. So don't feel bad. I've never understood the... Okay, personal nitpick with Twitch. I'm just gonna go ahead and go on a slight little bitty tangent here. But personal nitpick with Twitch, people are way too nice on Twitch. I think we need people to normalize being a little more normal on Twitch. And by a little more normal, I mean, you don't need to pander to like every single person who raids you and comes in and I mean, it's very nice that you share your community, right? It's super nice. But at the end of the day, you could have raided anyone and you just hit /raid on a specific person. And it's like, I don't expect you to drop your entire stream just to appease me. And I am not going to do the same for you. That's not out of rudeness. That is just, like, I think that there's a certain pace that I would like to keep when streaming. And if I stopped for every single raid, and if I stopped for every single person who donated, and every single person who followed, that would slow down the pace of not only the stream, but the VOD afterwards. And me personally, I hate watching Twitch streamers or watching VODs where the streamer is constantly stopping to be like, hey, thanks for the 30 bits. Hey, thanks for following. Hey, thanks for the raid. By the way, if you need to raid and run, if you need to go eat and sleep, that's okay. Thanks for sharing your community with us. By the way, let's take a look at your last 3 clips. Also, I'd like to get to know you on a personal level. very deeply. So if you would go ahead and hit that follow button and join my Discord while you're at it. Personally, just not a big fan of that type of stuff. So, whenever people raid me and I just tell them, hey, thanks for the raid, that's the only thing I ever shout out. I don't shout out bits, I don't shout out follows, but if somebody raids me, I will at the very least say, hey, thanks for the raid. But I'm not going into this whole spiel of like, well, hey, sorry, if you have to raid and run, be sure to take care of yourself after the stream. No. If I'm being completely honest, I don't really care. Again, I'm not trying to sound mean. I'm just saying, you know, we don't really need to be saying all that. You can say a lot with a little. And saying thank you is really all you need. That's what I'm getting at. It's a fucked up world, man. The streamer won't even tell his chatters that, you know, he's thankful for the bits that they gave him. I am. And I've mentioned that many times. But whoa, cool cutscene. I've also mentioned that nobody ever needs to pay to be here. And I don't expect you to. You know, it's nice when you guys do. It's really nice. I can go buy myself a fucking hamburger when you guys do, but, you know, it's not something that's necessary, and I've never wanted to encourage something like that. So it's something I avoid entirely, just because, you know, why do it? It also just breaks up the pacing of the VODs, and I personally hate that. So sorry if that's like a super buzzkill opinion to have. That's probably an opinion that'll get me lynched in 5 years. Because people are going to be like, oh, Meikou's super fucking rude. He hates his chatters. He hates people that rate him. No, I don't hate you. I just hate the concept. I don't hate the concept. But I personally don't do it, and I don't ever plan on doing it. It's corny as fuck, man. It's corny. That's what I'm trying to say. No. What's he really thinking? That's so fucked up. I know, right? Right? Could you imagine the fucking streamer being like a huge dickhead? Really, what I would love to do, because this is way more important to me, what I would love to do is host charity events, and I'm still looking for ways to do that. But, you know, because that is a point where I would feel comfortable to be like, hey, chat, seriously, open up your wallets. Let's throw a couple bucks towards, like kids with fucking deteriorative diseases or something like that. Like, let's throw a couple bucks to something that actually deserves money. Me, I'm just playing video games. I don't need it. I have a job. And while I don't like my job, hey, sometimes you gotta do shit you don't like to do to be able to do the shit you want to do. And this is the shit I want to do at the end of the day. Did I get a key just now? I did. So all in all I'm trying to say is, fuck, not fuck. Screw saying the raid messages. If you need to raid and run, you don't have to tell me shit. You can just leave. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying that to be like, hey man, you don't have to say anything. You could just leave. But do save your money for whenever we do charity streams, because those do matter. I do, like, seriously, 2026, little New Year's resolution for you. I do seriously want to get a charity stream figured out and going this year. I wanna set, like, organize a whole event and have, like, at least a couple of days of, like, really just quality streams with, you know, different segments lined up. I want a lot of work to go into this. And we'll see if I can actually get that to happen. I've got a lot planned for this year. One of the things that I'm planning is, you know, making a lot more just videos in general on YouTube, and that's probably the hardest part for me, is because I hate sitting down and clipping myself. like clipping myself is such a it's like a very ego-filled thing to do, to sit there, watch my own stream, and then be like, damn, that moment was so funny and so profound. Let me go ahead and clip that and then upload that. I hate doing that. But that's how you do it, man. I don't know. I'm fucking weird.
Oh, the young human! I'm pleased to see you make it this far, but...
Oh, sorry. Oh, the young human. I'm pleased to see you make it this far, brother. I am one of the 4 elders of the Goron tribe. I am called Gor Ebizo. You have heard of the plight of our patriarch. Otherwise, you would not have come to see me. Here, take this, brother. You got a key shard. I need one more. Now, there's one more shard, but seeing you has reminded me of the dangers that line the path to it. There's something that may help you. A weapon, said to have been left in this mine by a hero of old. It is beyond price, and so we have protected it through the generations. Now, when our tribe balances on the brink of ruin, it could aid in our salvation. The hero's weapon is stored safely up ahead. Talk to the guard and take it with you with the blessing of the Gorons. Love that guy. Well, you know what? Dehydrate and hunch your back as far as it will go. Okay. Alright, I'm doing it, chat. Remember, I look like the fucking hunchback of Notre Dame right now. Shriveled. Is that good enough? Okay, can we do the charity stream now? Can we make a Krabby Patty now, Mr. Krabs? We'll get there. We'll get there. Everybody moves at their own pace. And, the thing that concerns me about doing a charity stream is that it wouldn't be enough. But I feel like it doesn't matter at the end of the day how many people are here or how many people attend. Because, like, at the end of the day, we're still donating to charity. And that's a good thing. No matter what the price, no matter how many people are involved, I don't think it really matters at the end of the day. Originally, when I first started the channel, I was like, oh, no, we need, like, we could have, like, a ton of people here. So that, you know, we actually get, like, high numbers for the charity. No, shit doesn't matter. I'll put aside $200-$300 just to give away, you know? It's important to me that we start doing something like that every year. At least once a year. Just because that is genuinely something that I have been wanting to do and looking forward to for such a long amount of time that I would feel disingenuous not to start sooner rather than later. So, those are the plans. God damn, these sections take so long. Am I there? I don't know if this is where I need to drop. It is. It is. This is the only place I can drop. Oh, I saw this earlier. I eyed this chest while I was going up the other side of the room. Chat member, do you happen to know how close I am to the end of the dungeon? Because if I'm super close, I could probably just finish it. But if I've still got a ways to go, I guess I could look at the map. 2F. It doesn't look like there's a ton. You can still roll while magnetized to go a little faster, but they're still pretty slow. Okay. That's good to know at least. Oh, fuck, is that the guy? Wait, is that the big guy? I'm gonna save, just in case. I know that saving in this game puts you at the back of the beginning of the dungeon, I know. I think you're only around halfway through? If we're halfway and this is a mid-boss, then I'll tell you what, we'll pick this up soon. We'll end it. We'll end it. Because I do need to get to bed. I have work tomorrow morning. So I would like to get as much sleep as possible, which is going to be really hard, considering the fact that I just drank a fucking matcha latte like 2 hours ago, like an idiot, without reading the box that says like, oh, this has caffeine in it. Yeah, great. Cool. Good luck going to bed now. But hey, I took those relaxing gummies. Not weed. Shut up. I took those gummies that weren't weed, that relax you. And, you know, maybe those will be good for me. But we're going to go ahead and find someone to raid. I think I already found someone just now. But thanks so much for coming by, chat. GG. Great progress today. Thanks for the stream. No problem. I love streaming. This is my favorite thing. You are literally watching my favorite thing, and that is that's not a lie. I really like doing this. So thank you guys sincerely for coming by. It really is nice. Gonna go ahead and reiterate at the end here. Again, you don't need to pay to be here, but subscribing does help. So, you know, do with that info what you will. I'm not gonna make you, but I appreciate every bit that comes in, physically and theoretically. And the most important part is that you guys are here and enjoying yourselves. Nobody has to be here. Nobody ever has to be here. But I really do appreciate those of you who do show up and have a good time. We're going to go ahead and raid. And with that, thank you so much for coming by. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you're on YouTube. And of course, thank you so much for coming by. Check in on your loved ones, check in on yourself, and have a great rest of your day/night. Chat, I will see you tomorrow. We got some fun stuff planned for tomorrow, so just keep an eye out. Remember, you can head over to the Twitch chat and say Goog in the Twitch chat to see what's planned. That might be updated tomorrow morning. So if you just take a look around then, you might know what we're playing. But, again, thank you for coming by.
I'm gonna go now. I'll see you later. Woo-hoo!